My name is Rebecca Shurtz. My husband, Will, and I started attending St. Stephen's about 8 years ago. We have two daughters, Jenny, who is 8, and Nora, who turns 7 in about 3 weeks. This year's stewardship campaign is the gifts of God for the people of God, and I feel it's such a fitting theme for this year's campaign. The people of St. Stephen's truly are the people of God, gifted in so many ways and generous with their time, talent, and resources. Will and I began searching for a church after our first year of marriage, when the drive to the church we were attending became a little too far for us to make it on time. We had just welcomed Jenny, and we were looking for a faith community to raise her in. Will was Catholic, and I was Methodist, and we were exploring where we might land together. A friend suggested that we tried St. Stephen's, so in we came, new parents with a baby in a car seat. From the very first visit, we were welcomed. Before long, we were dropping Jenny off in the nursery. We were a little nervous at first, but we quickly came to appreciate the peace it gave us to just sit and worship. In 2018, we were both confirmed Episcopalians. A few years later, we were expecting our third child when COVID hit. The pause on in-person worship made us realize how much we really missed our church family. We were logging in online, but it just wasn't the same. We promised ourselves that we would never take church for granted. And now, if we're in town, we're usually here. In that season of absence, we were given the most devastating news of our lives. At 22 weeks pregnant, we learned that our third daughter would not survive long if she was even born alive. All we could do was turn to God and lean on the church. The spiritual gifts we received during that time were overwhelming. We received shawls made by the ladies here, prayer beads given to us and to our daughters. We had communion delivered. We had plenty of calls and cards with words of encouragement, reminding us that even when we couldn't physically be present together, we were still spiritually connected. After Kate's birth, we were blessed with almost 2 hours with her. During our hospital stay, John surprised us with a visit. Will and I were pleasantly surprised and shocked that John made it up. He said, "Oh, you can do a lot with this collar." It meant the world to us. Catherine was a steady presence and friend. She presided over Kate's funeral, held in the sweltering heat of August outside. It was actually the first in-person worship we had had in 6 months, and we were there with our families together. In the weeks after, we were surrounded with meals, prayers, and grace. In the 5 years since COVID, I've watched this church grow in numbers and in spirit. We've become more involved too. After many years of resisting attending the parish retreat, a lucky bingo win in 2023 gave us free lodging and sort of forced us to go. We've made it a tradition ever since. Our girls are growing in their faith through godly play and now in Sunday school, and I'm so grateful to everyone who pours into the children here through music, VBS, the Christmas pageant, and more. The parents group, started a couple years ago, has also become a lifeline, introducing us to some of our best friends and faithful, thoughtful parents walking through this wild and sacred season of raising children together. I'm deeply thankful for what the Episcopal Church and St. Stephen's has given us. We've made Camp McDowell one of our sacred spaces and even worshiped in Episcopal churches in other countries. This place has truly shaped us. As we reflect on the gifts of God in our lives, gifts of time, community, healing, and hope, I encourage us all to consider the financial gifts that help make this sacred space possible. Every pledge supports ministries that hold us together, from the nursery to the altar, pastoral care to parish retreats, from Sunday school to funeral services. Giving generously is not only an act of stewardship, it is a way of saying thank you for all we've received and a way of passing those gifts on to others. Thank you all for making St. Stephen's home to us. We are so grateful.